Hey guys, today I wanted to do something a little bit different. So welcome to something I'd like to call Weeb Wednesdays. This is a new series I really wanted to do on my channel to talk about weeby things, and I really wanted to do something weekly. So Weeb Wednesdays will be a weekly thing, obviously every single Wednesday, and it's really, I wanted to do it for one because it's really fun, of course, and two, I needed something to challenge myself creatively because I do YouTube as like a creative outlet that it's kind of like an instant gratification, because when I am not being creative, I feel like I'm going insane. I feel like I'm getting like stir crazy. And with YouTube, it's kind of, it doesn't take that long to make a video, edit it, and post it. It does take a while, like usually all day, but it doesn't take years or months to do like the other projects I'm doing, because I will be writing a book, and that might take me a few years to do. So in the meantime, if I'm not feeling accomplished, I feel like doing nothing, and I get so discouraged because I'm not seeing results. And with YouTube, it's kind of like that instant thing where you can just make something, post it up, and you feel this sense of accomplishment from posting and creating something. And Weeb Wednesdays is kind of a way to keep my creative juices flowing and keep myself accountable to continue to be a creative person, so that I don't feel like I'm going crazy and like I'm not doing anything. Writing a book, I've never written a book before. I think it sounds like a huge challenge for me, and it's honestly really scary to even start doing. So YouTube is kind of like my other outlet where I just get to post silly videos of talking about anime. So I'm really excited to do this. It will be a challenge for me. Mostly Weeb Wednesdays will be, besides today's video, mostly they will be about nostalgic titles. I've been thinking about doing this for a really long time, and it will be a challenge because that would mean I have to go back and re-watch titles I've already watched before, maybe when I was 11, 12, 10 years old, sometimes 14 years old, I don't know. But I will have to go back and watch these titles, and it's not a challenge to watch anime by any means, but in terms of time management, that will be a challenge for me, especially if I'm gonna do this weekly. So please root for me that I will be able to watch, I don't know, I guess a series a week. I guess that's what it will have to happen. But yeah, look forward to my Weeb Wednesdays. I'm really hoping to be super consistent with those, but if I don't, please forgive me. Yes, look forward to my nostalgic title series for Weeb Wednesdays. That is not what this video is about today. Today's video, I'm so sorry for the long intro, by the way, but today's video is about what I'm watching this anime season, I guess summer 2016. What I'm watching this anime season is only 4 titles. 4? 5 titles really this anime season. This will be a very short list because it is only 5 titles really, and the reason for that is because Weeb Wednesdays will take up a lot of my time, I think, having to rewatch old titles, or at least skim through them so that I can review them for you guys. Maybe you'll find some title that you've never seen or never even heard of and you might like it. So I will be using up a lot of my time for that. I'm also writing my book, like I said, and that will take a lot of my time. So I only have 5 titles this anime season, and the first one is Rewrite. Rewrite. I've been so excited for this one. I think I've waited literally years for this title, and it was before I guess they even announced the anime, because I remember I would go on jlist.com and they announced the rewrite graphic visual whatever game. It's a game, and it was really expensive and in Japanese, so I never bought it, but it's by Key. I love Key. I'm a huge Key anime fan. I haven't played their games, but I have watched a lot of their anime adaptations of their games. So when Rewrite was announced, I was like, oh my gosh, I finally get to experience this story, because I've been wondering what it was about and if it was really good or not, because there was a lot of hype around the release of the game. So yeah, I was really excited, and so far I've watched, what, 3 episodes now, and I'm really liking it so far. However, I have yet to really see the significance in the story. Like all Key stories, it's a very slow story. It's more about the characters than anything else. That is my experience with all Key anime that I've seen. So I would recommend watching this anime because it is beautiful, and I really like the characters so far. I think it's very intriguing. It is set in a town called Kazamatsuri, and this town is like, the idea behind this town is that the environment and the society live in harmony together. So it's like a very environmental friendly atmosphere, and that's really cool. I think that's a really cool concept for the town they live in, but it's kind of a weird anime, like, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to understand really what's going on. It's kind of just like paranormal weird things going on, and you're like, why? But I'm gonna keep watching it and see what happens, because I know historically Key anime can be like that. So check that one out if you kind of like the Key thing. But otherwise it's pretty slow, but I'm really excited about it. I still love it. The next one that I'm watching is Orange. I think everyone's pretty much watching this one. It's kind of intriguing because there's time travel involved in it, and obviously like the time travel thing is kind of popular right now, but to me this isn't really like a time travel thing, because the main character gets a letter from her future self 10 years into the future, and it's basically chronicles like all of her regrets in those years, and she can choose to take it for what it is or just kind of like dismiss it. And so far I've watched 3 episodes, and so far it's really depressing, and she's taken some of her future self's suggestions, not all of them, but some of them, and I don't know, it's really depressing already, and honestly I wanted to cry already. So I'm not that excited for the tears that come with that anime, but it's pretty good so far. And honestly, before I even watched Orange, even the synopsis for it mentions the fact that one of the main characters dies when he's like 17 or something, and I already kind of predict that he probably will die too, like even in this timeline or whatever, this main timeline that she's trying to change. But I think already that he's going to die still. She's not going to change that, but I think the moral of the story will be to enjoy the time you have. I don't know if I'm right. I have not read the manga, but that's what I think is going to happen. Or she's going to change it and he's going to survive and happily ever after. But we all know shoujo manga wants to bring on the tears, so I feel like he's going to die anyways. Okay, so the third title I will be watching is Relife. This is pretty self-explanatory. I think it's pretty popular. I guess a lot of people have been reading it since like 2013, and it got really popular online, and it was like a webcomic turned anime. I think there's already like 12 episodes out right now, which I'm kind of confused as to why that went so quickly because it debuted on July 1st. It's basically, if you haven't heard about it, it's like this 27-year-old who is approached by this guy who wants to give him a drug that makes you look younger, or 10 years younger, I guess. He approaches him, wants him to join this program where he gets to look younger and then go back to high school. So this is not time travel at all, but it kind of appeals to people who like time travel. And I think the real appeal to this title, Real Life, is that if you are older, I think you'd understand the appeal of looking younger and going back to high school and kind of like redoing your life, re-life. And I see nothing wrong with this anime. Like, with at least the plot of it, I see nothing wrong with it. I think it's really interesting, and I'm 25, so I totally get it. Like, I'm only 2 years younger than the main character, and that would be, I mean, if I was single, if I was still living with my parents, if I had no job, I mean, why not? Why not take this drug, look younger, and go back to high school and like have a new life? Like, that'd be kind of cool. And especially knowing what you know now. Like, if you time travel, no memory, and you're like back in time, what's the point? You're just gonna do the same stuff again. But if you have the mind you have now, and you know like all of your regrets or stuff, it's definitely appealing, the idea of just going back, knowing what you know now, and changing. And like, you could be, I mean, you could do anything with your life at that point and still be young. So that's gonna be an interesting anime, I think, and I guess if the manga is so popular, then it might be kind of cool. Those are the three main ones I'll be watching, so Rewrite, Orange, and Relife. However, Mob Psycho is really popular. It's by the same people that did One Punch Man, so I feel that it is necessary for me to watch Mob Psycho. There's only one episode out right now. I might watch that today. I have not watched it yet, but I'm guessing it'll be funny and entertaining, so I might as well, you know, watch that one too. The other one that I may or may not watch is ReZero. That one people are saying is really good, but I read the synopsis and I kind of like looked it over and stuff, and I was like, I may or may not watch that. Just because people say it's really good, I might turn it on if I have some time, but like the other 4 titles definitely take priority, and if I don't have time after that, then I'm not gonna watch ReZero just because everyone else is watching it. But it's definitely like the next one on the list if I have time and if I feel like watching it, maybe like late at night or something. So those are the titles that I will be watching this season. I know there's a lot of other ones out there that sound really great and people really like them. I definitely have a lot more on my Crunchyroll queue than that, so I might be watching more, but for now I try to keep my goals just achievable, at least in the slightest, because there's no way I'm gonna have time to watch everything. But we'll see how it goes. Let me know in the comments what you are watching this season and what you think about the ones you've already seen. What do you think about Rewrite, by the way, if you have seen it? I really like it, but it's just kind of like one of those things that I'm definitely gonna have to keep watching before I truly judge it, because I'm totally biased with Key. Like, I love everything they do. Let me know what you're watching in the comments below, whether it's from this season or not. Look forward to each Wednesday. I'm hoping to get my videos up every single Wednesday. Please be forgiving if I don't, but I'm challenging myself now. So look forward to nostalgic titles next week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.